Welcome back. You're watching the South African Morning. My name is Cindy Mabi. We take to the roads now to talk about the taxi industry. Metered taxi and minibus taxi operators have often been at loggerheads over territory and customers. While the Taxi Association Santaco is to address this issue this week at a national summit in Durban. It hopes to make the industry more professional and unified. And tell us more about the Metered Taxis National Summit. We're joined on the line up by the chairperson for Metered Taxis under Santaco, Chairperson Sizwe Mvubu. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, part of the objectives that you highlight is that you want to professionalize the industry. By that, you're admitting that there is a lot wrong in the industry that, compromises your customers as well.
Yes, we have identified that as a meter tax industry that we do need to professionalize our industry. And again, we also need to unify our industry and also not forgetting the customer care side. So that is what we'll be focusing on our upcoming national summit on the 17th, which is Wednesday.
We remember in recent years when the introduction of e-hailing services came about in the country that there were huge contests over territories and infighting with the likes of your Uber e-hailing services versus the taxi or metered taxi operators. To this day, you'll hear reports that some are being victimized for choosing the option of an e-hailing service and not the metered taxis. How are you going to address that to give the customer the rightful decision to make a choice?
Remember, we had the national Lekota back in 2020, and one of the resolutions was looking at the empowerment. And we will be also focusing a lot on the fourth industrial revolution, because we can't deny the fact that the fourth industrial revolution has taken over in our industry. So we will be focusing in that as well.
Okay, so who are all present? Are you even having other sectors of for example, the commuters that are going to be represented so that they have a platform to voice their own concerns?
The conference will be having only the operators of the metered taxi industry. There will be no commuters that will be present, only the operators of the industry.
And how much market share have you lost as the metered taxi operators, in comparison to, or the migration of customers going to the e-hailing service? And how do you think you're going to fix that?
It is a fact that we have lost more than maybe 60% of the market share for our customers due to e-hailing. But we have come to a point whereby we have to do the self-introspection and look at the ways on how we can achieve or get back those customers.
Get back those customers, but we've moved on. You've just mentioned the fourth industrial revolution and the fact that your e-hailing services have entrenched themselves into all parts of the world, by virtue of being more convenient, accessible. You don't have to wait long for one. The response is quick and smooth. It's done on the app, and you can track your trip, etc., including safety features. So how are you then competing? If you've lost 60% of the market share, are you not suggesting that you're not trying to revive a dying horse?
Looking at the regulation side of the part of the e-hailing side, and knowing our customers that we have lost, surely through having this conference, we will be achieving the ways in which we can get our customers back by looking at the loopholes that the meter taxi had before, and how can we close those loopholes. Those are the areas where we'll be focusing a lot, because most of the customers at this stage are complaining of safety. So if we can respond to the issues of the customers, we can get them back, because they've trusted us from those years, 1980s, they've been trusting us. It's a matter of closing the loopholes that they are seeing from us, then we can win them back.
Safety and affordability, but when you talk safety, then it requires for your vehicles to be roadworthy and probably having to purchase newer vehicles? Because some of the complaints are that the Santaco metered taxis are simply old, they're not roadworthy, they're not comfortable. And while we're on the safety aspect as well, are you looking at revamping the fleet, as it were?
The power of unity will result in newer vehicles. It's just that for long, the meter taxis have never realized the power that they are having in regards to unity. So through the unity, it will be easy to access certain financing models. So that is in place in our conference.
Okay, can I have it on record that you're saying that the Meter Taxi Association does not victimize passengers who opt, especially if you are at drop-off points such as the Gautrain stations around Johannesburg, that they will not be victimized by your members when they utilize the e-hailing services?
Santaco Meter Taxi is united against any violence that takes place within our sector.
That is a nice statement. You know, it's one of what we call a PR closing off statement. You may stand for a particular principle, but in practice, one of the list of objectives that you put there is about customer care. By customer care, what is in place really, besides just a gathering of members potentially that could turn out into a talk shop?
Even though I'm not going to go deeper, but one thing I must mention is that the meter taxi industry, number one, we have created a national website, Santaco Meter Taxi website, that covers the entire provinces in it. And we are now in a process of finalizing the national call center so that we can give our customers the best service that they need.